What is up, YouTube? It's Trent here with Visual Torch, where cybersecurity meets clarity. In today's episode, we'll be going over day 17 of TryHackMe's Advent of Cyber. If you're just now tuning in, TryHackMe every year does their Advent of Cyber campaign every December. It's 24 days of beginner friendly challenges. So if you're looking to learn more about cybersecurity, it's a great place to start. They cover different topics every day, from cloud security to phishing emails to privilege escalation, anything you could think of. And each day that you complete their challenge, you get entered in for a grand prize raffling at the end. Well, not really grand prize raffling, but you get a chance to win various different prizes at the end that they'll raffle off. And the total pool of prizes cover over $150,000. So if you're just now tuning in for the first time and you want to go back and see the ones that we covered before, we've already covered days 1 through 16. So with that said, let's go ahead and get into day 17's challenge. Okay, so today's is going to be on CyberShef, and the title is Hoperation Save McSkiddy. So each day they have been giving us a story. So right now, the story for day 17 is McSkiddy is imprisoned in King Malhair's quantum warren. Sir Breachblocker 3, the third, was put in charge of securing the fortress and implementing several access controls to prevent any escape. His defenses are worthy of his name. However, McSkiddy managed to send vital clues to his team using harmless bunny pictures. One message revealed that 5 locks needed to be disabled to secure an escape route. The locks can be broken by examining their logic and leveraging the system's built in chat for guards. They can be eluded in revealing vital details or even passwords. However, you will need to speak their language. So, in this room, we'll be learning encoding and decoding. We'll learn how to use CyberShef, which is a great tool, and will identify useful information in web applications through HTTP headers. So I already started the box to give us some time. Okay, so we need to go over some important concepts first. So we're going over encoding and decoding, where encoding is a method to transform data to ensure compatibility between different systems. It differs from encryption in purpose and process. And if you have any questions and you want to know any more about cybersecurity, just go ahead and drop something. Drop in the chat. I'm sorry, just because doesn't I don't think we should be hacking Sally Mae. All the hacks that are done should be ethical in nature. You should have authorization before you do any type of pen testing. Like I said before, I feel like all of these student loan service providers have encryption and backup completely covered. So if anyone's going to hack them, they're really just going to go after your personal information. They're not going to be Robin Hood and clear out any accounts, even though a lot of us would like zero accounts. So we have the purpose, process, security, and speed of encoding and encryption. So encoding is very fast. It doesn't have security, and it is a standardized process with its purpose being compatibility and usability. And then when it comes to encryption, we have security and confidentiality. Its process is going to involve an algorithm and a key. It does offer security, but it is slow. And the examples of encryption would be TLS encryption, and then we have base64 for encoding. Ethical in this economy, I know it's pretty difficult in this economy to kind of think about being ethical, but that's the part of being in cyber. The triad is confidentiality, integrity, and availability. So we need to make sure that we have integrity in everything that we do. And then here's an overview of CyberShef, which is also known as a CyberSwift Army knife. So they call it CyberShef because we're going to be basically cooking up recipes. And we will have areas as operations, recipes, input, and output. So the operation is just a repository of all of CyberShef's capabilities. The recipe we can fine tune and actually put in the different capabilities, and you'll see all the crazy things we'll be able to do with the input and then get an output. So we can either open CyberShef online, or there's one that is in TryHackMe's attack box, and we'll be able to actually take something that's a base 64 encoded string and decode it. So we'll get more into that in a minute. So then we need to know about inspecting web pages. So whenever we render content on a page, our browser usually receives and can show additional information. If you probably accidentally hit the wrong thing and clicked on inspect, you see all these crazy things popping up. That's what it's talking about. So it's using developer tools in Chrome, Firefox, and all your latest browsers. And it's just suggesting that we dock it to the right. Since you have on a red hat, does that mean you are a vigilante hacker today? No, I am just feeling festive. I am not a vigilante in any of the sense. I'm very ethical. But that is a funny question. Okay, so we have our first gate. And let's go ahead and browse over to this in our attack box. Shout out to Just Cuz. If you have been with me over the years, you'll know that I was on a podcast called Partner Penetration with my friend Jordan, and Justin did all the production, even took a look, even made some guest appearances. So if you want to see some history of our cybersecurity journey, definitely go ahead and check out Partner Penetration. Bring it back. Tell Jordan, someone please tell Jordan. Let's bring back the podcast. He's definitely going to text Jordan about. Okay, so see what it is telling us. So they received some vital clues, and this is what we need to look out for: is that the chat is base 64 encoded, and we can decode this in CyberShef. We will get the guard's name, and the logic will persist throughout the level. So we need to make sure we note the guard's name for each level, and then we will be looking at the headers in the network. So let's go ahead and I missed the character. Ah, yes. Going to do that. So if we go ahead and open up CyberShef. We know that this is base 64 encoded, so we want to decode it. So we're going to go from base 64. And if we put that in, it translates out to all hail King Malheur. So let's go back over here. It says we will be inspecting the page, but switching to the network tab. Make sure to refresh the page once it is done. Okay. So if you right click, sometimes you may get this weird stuff popping up, but this is how you actually get a chance to inspect the web page and get to see some cool things. So we're going to go over to the network tab. Let me full screen this. And actually, we will need to refresh the page. Why are you not showing level 1? Code 200. This may be it. This is the image. Let's try it again. see if we start putting stuff in, will it work? Okay. So it says logic, we will inspect the page and switch to the debugger, and we will match the lock with the. So looks like here it's going to tell us that there's different levels and what we would do with the password logic. So let's go to the first gate. So the guard, his name is going to be used for the username, Cottontail. So we're going to have to encode this. Let me open up another tab. I feel like I'm going to have to. Oh, let me see. You can actually just swap them out. And we're going to put 2 base64 because we want to encode this. So this is going to be the username to log in. And actually, let me just take note of this by level 1. We'll call this username. So we can write that down. And then, did that load? No. All right. So it says, first using the information from the page headers, identify the magic question and encode it. So what is the password to this level? So we need to encode it and send it to the guard. Debugger is here. How's my network not here? Let's go back to the main page and see if we can get it to pop up. Okay, now more stuff is coming up. All right, go to easy. Now level 1 is back. Okay. Paste that in there so we can see what is the password for this level. So if we go ahead and go back to CyberShef and we base64 encode it. Once it's done, you'll know because it will no longer be red. So I take this and it says to, send it to the guard. Go ahead and send this to him. He responds immediately with another base64 encoded string. Let's see. Let's actually open up a separate one just in case I need to jump back and forth between encoding and decoding. Drop this over here. And then now we can see that the password is, looks like it's also base64 encoded. So if we take this and just replace this, I am so fluffy. Go back here and put it in as the password, hit bash. It says it's not right. Trying to decode Cottontail. Cotton, did we paste it correctly? Oh, that's right. Let's make sure Cottontail's name is correct. Let's encode it again. Make sure there's no spaces. Okay. I think that was the issue. There we go. And we broke past the first lock. Now if I go back to my Pluma, just in case, I don't know if we're going to need this later. here. And let's grab our password again. Now we have the password for the first lock. And hit check. Okay, and we're done with the first one. Now we're on to wall number 2. So this level nudges the difficulty up a little bit, but don't worry, we will figure it out. Let's go. So we will identify the guard's name, and then we will extract and encode the magic question, which was in the headers. Go back here to Quantum Warren, and did it open up? We gotta click on the outer wall. Okay. First, let's get this user's name. Make sure there's no weird spaces. Okay. Finish baking. Level 2. Let's see. Username was that. Oh, let's grab the password just in case. Go back here. Remember, we went to level 2 and we checked the headers. So here is the question we need to encode. We'll ask him if he changed the password. And now we have this here. Go to the from base. Let's see what it's telling us to do. So here is the password. Right. Actually, what we didn't do last time is we didn't check the debugger in here. So go to debugger. It was apps. Let's move this over. See what we get. Let's clear this out. So user login logic. So level 2, it's telling us double from base 64 encoded. Okay. Let's see what it's telling us. Go ahead and log in with the newfound information for the username. Yep. Okay. So if we go back to CyberShef, this is already base 64 encoded. Let's decode this. See what we get. With that cook, like it's encoded twice. And let's try this again. I told you to change it. Okay, so this should be the password. Let's go back here, paste this in, grab our username. And we got past number 2. All right. Stop asking to save. Let's actually take the password and enter it in for our flag so we can be done with that one. Back here, this was the password for the second block. All right, the next we should be on 3. which is we saw from the previous level, the login logic begins to use chains operations. So as a result, as always, collect the information needed, encoded username and password from the guard and the XOR key. So let's go back and do what we've been doing. So if you're now just tuning in, we are currently on day 17 of TryHackMe's Advent of Cyber. We are trying to rescue McSkiddy by helping her escape. If you want to check out any of the previous videos we did, we have been live streaming mostly every single day. So you can check out days 1 through 16. And let's just go ahead and make a note of this username that we basically form coded. And if you have any questions about cyber, you want to talk about any videos you may want to hear about, do us a favor and just drop it in the chat or leave a comment. I'll be more than happy to make a video about what you guys are interested in. So we have the username here, and let's see if we can ask it. We need to ask them what the password is. Actually, we need to ask them a security question. Actually, so if we go back to network and go to level 3, and all we know is CyberShef, so there isn't a prompt. So it says from this lock onward, there's no magic question, but sometimes you can ask the guard nicely to give you the password. It will need to be decoded as per the login logic. So it may take 2 to 3 minutes for it to respond. So we need to keep it simple. So even password please will go a long way. So let's go back here and let's just encode a message. Password please. See what it'll say. We are 8 days away from Christmas. How's everyone feeling about the upcoming holiday? Anyone excited? Doing anything cool? Going anywhere? I know I'm tired of the cold, so I need to go somewhere warm. So I'll be looking at possibly that or stand up here. Let's see. Let's give it a moment. Let's just continue to read. If you look at the login logic, there's a twist. So let's go back to the network. Oh, sorry, the debugger tab. And door 3. So it says basically to use base64 with the XOR, then the XOR, and use the key, which is going to be the recipe key. Okay, so we got this back, and let's decode this. Okay. So it's base64 and an XOR, so this is a little different. So what is it telling us? So XOR is a popular operation that besides input data, it also uses a key. So it involves a bitwise exclusive OR between the data and the key. Now, how do we reverse this? Well, skipping the long math explanation, XOR has a magic property. If we XOR the result with the key again, the result will be the same. So we'll try this in CyberShef. And pretty sure Yeah, this is the XOR recipe key, so we'll be using that. So go from here. If we actually were to take this, and let's throw this away. If you're actually looking for operation, you can just type it in right here, and this will give us the XOR command. We know the key is CyberShef, and it says to do it twice. So we put another one up here, and we put CyberShef. It should come back the same. So we know that works. And then, so it says, with this knowledge and newfound knowledge, build the recipe needed to find the plain text password. Okay. So we already base64 decoded it. Can't do this twice, so let's throw it this away. But CyberShef does not work if we just XOR it. But let's see the header. So we have a character set. So if we go ahead and switch this to UF, okay, that's actually, all right, we're going to need that. Okay, let's go back to favorites. Let's, from base64 decode, throw this up here, and let's take this back. All right, this was a string. Make sure I copy everything correctly. Back to the debugger. We will see. So key recipe. Okay. Actually, and there we go. Bugs Bunny is going to be the password. So that's how you could start chaining together recipes in CyberShef. So we know password is Bugs Bunny. Sure it's there. Now we're on to lock number 4. So it says, we're almost there. Serve breach blocker throws a curveball. Let's see how you tackle this. But first, let's go ahead and look at the login logic as before. Before level 4, it says crack station hash dump lookup. Okay. First, let's grab Lenny's name and basically code it. Get rid of the spaces because that will throw off that. So we go back in here and start putting 04 username. Remember, we need to ask them for the password. So let's just send this message. And we'll give it a moment. See what it's going to say. So hash lookup crack Okay, we got the response back. Let's see what it says. We can throw this back over here and let's decode this. So it says here is the password, but it's different than any other things we've seen. So it's in crack station and hash. It's going to make me think that that this is a hash of some sort. We need a crack. Let's see where it is instructing us to go. So this is a MD5 hash. So MD5 is a type of cryptological algorithm that produces a fixed hash value, and it's supposed to be a one-way function, meaning we can't reverse it. So putting the two together, the plain text password is based in MD5, and we have the hash. So it looks like it's a job for crack station. So let's actually open this in a, you know what? Let's just do it in here. Okay, so we go to crack station and grab this hash. Let's throw this in here. And we have to prove we're not a robot. All right, motorcycles. I always try to figure out, do they want that section or not? More motorcycles. I read somewhere that this is just improving their algorithm for image detection, crosswalks. All right, now we should be able to crack these hash. Okay, so the password for this is going to be password 1. Back in no. Actually, let's take the username. Let's put that there. And the password. And now we are done with that one. So we are on the last guard. Let's go put in. Let's go finish this part of the room. And we're almost there. So this is the 5th block, the prison tower. Ready for the final hurdle. As the defenses are weak, we receive another hidden message. I can see you're ready to break the last lock. Be aware that Sir Breach Locker, the third, has implemented different mechanisms for the lock, which change occasionally. Make sure you match the correct approach when decoding the password. That sounds a bit tricky, but we'll find a way. So let's start the exact information as before, noting down the encoded guard's name. And then it says, additionally note that the recipe ID from the header and match the corresponding logic. Below is a quick cheat sheet for decoding each recipe. Okay. So let's go into room 5. And let's try and see if we can finish this. So we have Carl. And let's be 64. Carl. Move that bake. Password. Now let's ask Carl for the password again. Oh, already hit bake. So we'll ask Carl, but while we're doing that, let's see what header we'll have to use. Level 5. we're going to use R1. Oh, came back. Okay. Let's base64 decode this. See what R1 is just, we're going to use from base64, then we're going to reverse it, and we're going to use rotation 13. Okay. This is the password. And it said use a reverse. Okay. And then it said a rotation 13. Okay. Auto baked, so it gives us this serve breach blocker. So let's put this password in here. That's weird. Wonder. Okay. Oh, couldn't copy half of it. Okay. Oh, I need to put the username in. That would also do it. Access is denied. Level is 5. R1 key recipe, CyberShef. Let's see. Maybe if I rotate numbers. Okay, this may be it. The X level is 5. Sure this is correct. Let me see if I delete that. I wonder if it's getting stuck. Cookie level 5. Okay. Let's see. Wait, we were on R1. Build the reverse recipe. Finally, lock is breached. Okay. Let's just reload this and see what it's going to say. Still on R1. CyberShef from base 64. I'm going to reverse. Is there anything I'm missing? Line. It's a character. His name was Carl. Let's see exactly what Carl was doing. Start over just in case. Under favorites. Let's just see exactly what is. Wait a second. Here is the password. Let's take this. Had to reverse this. Then rotate 13. There's something else that is missing on this. I feel like if you went here, does this fit? So it's the correct answer for the lock. Something else is not. Oh. Is there a Discord issue? Some people did have issues with this one. Okay. Password is right. Okay. Let's go back to the main map. Go to the tower. is giving us a recipe key like we're using XOR. So that is the actual, it was the password that went through, but we don't have the T. Super weird. Username will decode Carl. Look at the level login and give us the decode key. Feel like somewhere this is getting caught. Oh, I had to put Carl in. That's not the right one. All right. Is Carl's name not just being taken correctly in the base 64? Let me try CyberShef. Should work. There we go. Don't know what was happening, but okay. We got the flag, medieval decoder. So now we are officially done with getting McSkiddy out. So McSkiddy passed by the inner castle. She heard thunderous voice. Why should Christmas have all the fun? McSkiddy managed to get back to Wareville just in time as the TBFC was about to be hit with another disaster. So we can check this and say that we have the correct answer. So now they have side quests that are unlocked. So each week they've been doing side quests. Those give you extra tickets and extra prizes. So if I actually go to, I think if I go to myself, you can see how many tickets you have. So what they do is, yeah, right here, machine learning. So each day we complete, we get one of these tickets for the prizes. But the thing is, by just doing all the rooms, you do not get all of the tickets. So you will have to actually do the side quest. And the side quests can't be streamed, so I'm sorry I won't be able to show them to you, but they are a lot harder in challenge. So getting the actual key is a little bit difficult, but once you get inside, it's supposed to be like an insane challenge. So it says that we can see if we can get the key. So they left us a CyberShef clue. Let's just take a look at see what could be there. So Hopper managed to use CyberShef to scramble the Easter egg image he used. It's a very helpful recipe. The scrambled version of the egg can be downloaded from TryHackMe Images. Okay. Oh, I didn't put it here. That is why. Same image as. Let's save this to. It's a desktop. So the Easter clue. First, the algorithm to get it back. Okay. Oh, it's not what I wanted, but I wanted to. We do this. Let's see if we could drop this anywhere. This is load recipe, open folder, file as input. We say we need to okay. Generate image may need to go all the way at the top. If you are just now tuning in, we did finish day 17. So I'm just working on the actual key to start side quest number 3. So it is just what happened on generate. Where'd you go to? Don't tell me you fell off. You definitely did. Okay. All right, let's see if we can just reverse this. That's exactly what we get. So it's at the top. file. Clue. It's okay, Justin. It is fine that you knocked out. Question: did our school end up winning their bowl game? Because I know we were talking about that earlier. On the task. Oh, I have finished all of the task. Right now, we are actually doing um, the side quest, which will give us a key to unlock side quest 3. That will give us more of these flags I was talking about. So each one of the days that we complete, we will get these actual tickets, but we can't get all of the tickets by just doing the room. So we actually have to do the side quest, which we can't live stream. It's the rules for it. It's supposed to be insane difficulty. So, but that gives you more tickets to be able to get in. Oh, they lost. That is terrible. Bad way to end the season. Gotta save. McSkiddy is saved. So we did that part, but we gotta save Christmas or Sockmas as they call it now. So actually, let me just click this, check answer, so we can actually get our ticket for today. And we're done. And let's just see what else we can do. So image. So we were reversing this image that Miss Kitty left. Operation. Base 6040 code label. Base 32. All right. Let it auto bake. The XOR up here. And then CLib deflate. Label XOR. I think merge. Merge is supposed to be last. Okay. So I move that here. So the deflate is above merge. Work. Here. Jump is there. Split. I think just these two had to be. Let's see. What is up, Justin? We are, if you're just tuning in, we finished day 17. We're now working on the actual side quest that's going on. So we're using CyberShef to try and actually um, generate the image. So manage use CyberShef. Any more here, just in case? Okay. So it's saying that manage to use CyberShef. We just need to reverse the algorithm to get it back. Load an output. That's not right. Okay. Jump split fork. Okay. Maybe. was let's see. This is all optional, so we don't actually have to complete this unless you want more tickets. So if you have any questions about getting into cybersecurity, want to know about any videos or any tips, any news, what are we doing? So what we're actually doing is we are doing this part right here. Well, we're trying to get more tickets. And to get more tickets, we do what's called side quests. So let's see if we click start exploring, will show us. So when we do the actual side quest, we will get more tickets. So if I can just see if I can get to the actual side quest room. So we completed day 17. And we scroll to the bottom. Open up the epilogue. Split screen. So we're in this side quest hub. And we need to unlock day 3, which should be one of these. I think it's Game Catcher. No worries. So actually, as you can see, well, it'll tell us that we cannot stream this. So for comprehensive, this is, yeah, rules do not share questions, hints, including videos until December 31st. So it will give you access to this actual room to get more, to be able to do more stuff. So that's basically what we're working on right now. Let's see if we can at least just get this out of the way. But it's completely optional. We don't have to do it, just for a challenge. Okay. Generate image. Technically, should possibly be last. Okay, we're close. Merge split. What does zlib deflate do? Let's see. It's a compression algorithm to compress data. So they are used in many applications like gunzip and ping. Works by finding repeat instances of data and suppressing them. So it looks like we're going to need to do a bit of research for each one of these. Okay. Base 64. Label probably needs to be lower. Fork, jump, and split. Okay. Used for the flow control processing data point. They are powerful for handling complex. So split divides the input based on the delimiter. Fork divides the data, and jump control label operations are used as destinations for jumps. So label have to go after jumps. Fork delimiter merge from, okay. So it looks like fork will actually go with like a base 64 or something like that. I feel like XOR would go below these. Merge, split, label. The from base 64 operation runs on each side. Fork operation merges results back together. Okay. Let's see what GitHub has to say. Code, malware analysis, images. That did not jump where we wanted to. Extract Excel. Subset. It's right here. Okay. So this is going to take a while, but go ahead and actually do this offline. Don't want to hold anyone up. It is getting a little late. But if you did like the videos, do us a favor and like, subscribe, hit that notification bell to stay up to date to more tasks like these. We'll be live streaming for the rest of the Advent of Cyber. And if you want to know about any more videos, like I've been saying, if you want to suggest anything that Visual Torch can cover, just go ahead and drop it down into the comments. So all that, have a great day.